Alright, we are back. That was a short break, but yeah, it turns out that supper is coming sooner than I thought, so don't have a ton more time to be streaming, so we're going to get right back into it. Or did I? I didn't switch my... Yeah, there we go. Now we're back in business. Okay, I don't know if we're going to get to like any real action before the end of the stream here, especially if I'm going to be talking to all of the NPCs and stuff. Yeah, this guy's saying all the same stuff. I think they all have the same stuff to say. Although I don't think there's that many NPCs now that I think of it. I think we might be cutting it close. I definitely won't get all the way to the end of the sort of City Hall event, but we might be able to show off the first little bit of it, at least. Oh, this is a good position, I think. I think we got it. But, son of a bitch! Okay, what if we do it like this? Son of a bitch. If we do it like this? God! Nope, nope, we can still save this. Booyah! That's actually going to be useful because, so yeah, this next kind of challenge that we've got ahead of us after all of the NPC crap is actually not super easy for first-time players. It'll be easy for me, but yeah, it's actually pretty helpful if it's your first time through the game to, yeah, kick the can into the bakery a few times. I did turn the microphone on, right? Yeah, we're all good. Actually, I don't know. I'm just curious. I'll use the tailor dude here as a sort of a measure of whether people have anything different to say inside the shops, because I think the shop people inside the shops change their dialogue less frequently than the others. Yep, this is where they tutorialize you on how to walk. So yeah, this is literally the only place in the game where walking is required, and in fact, I think it's probably even the only place in the game where walking is useful in the slightest. There is no reason whatsoever to walk at all at any point in the game, other than to sneak up on these guys right here. So yeah, I think my first time through the game, I thought they were talking about roll, and they sort of run past you, so it kind of made me think that roll might be in trouble. But they're actually talking about someone else who we haven't met yet. And this guy thinks she's cute, so that also would have made me think that it might be roll that they're inquiring after. Apparently they put this can back out in the street, or actually I guess that would have happened when I went into the tailor shop. We'll just give it a few kicks each run through the market. Oh, this looks promising. I think we might get this. I think we're getting kind of good at this. I think I'm pretty well practiced at putting trash in its proper place right now. I used to think that message there, like keep the streets clean, put trash in its proper place, was like I don't know what to, like what's the opposite of admonishing? Like, I don't know, sort of praising you for getting that can out of the street, although phrasing it in a strange, weird. But I realize now that it's meant to be an admonishment, where no, you're not supposed to kick cans behind the bakery, you jackass. And in fact, this game has kind of a morality system in play where Mega Man's armor will become lighter or darker depending on sort of some of the moral decisions that you make over the course of the game. And kicking the can behind the bakery will very, very slightly tilt you towards the immoral side. We'll certainly take a cheap life gauge while we can get it. Although, actually, yeah, Buster parts are our main priority. So yeah, we definitely want that. Range is eventually going to be useful, not in the immediate battle coming up, but later. Energy isn't really useful unless you have range, so we might as well just get it. Okay, yeah, we'll go for a bit more life, and a bit more life. Energy canteen while it's cheap. Extra pack while it's cheap, and I think that's probably enough stuff to sort of carry us through the next set of events. Yep, we're still hippopotamus. Hippopotamus now, hippopotamus forever. Oh hey, was this guy here before? What about the other one? Is he hiding in this box? Huh, where'd that other kid go? Oh hey, here's the dog. Hey dog. Oh hey, there he is. He was hiding. Okay, so that's our little signpost to tell us where to go. Okay, here she is. I think we get no subtitles for this one, so I'll stay quiet.
Okay, got it? Once the decision's made, there's no turning back.
Oh, it actually is going to subtitle it.
100%. And remember,
I think this is the first point where we hear the serve bots voiced as well.
Whoever has the most information that wins, right? We understand.
Okay, it looks like she's not going to do it again, but I find it really amusing the way that you can see kind of the flat shading on the bottom of her waist whenever she bends forward like that.
That's right. You've got it. Huh? What are you looking at?
I still really like Tron. Like, I never had a crush on her or anything, but she's a really fun character. I like when she shows up in the game. Okay, any goodies here? 10 refractors. This is really cool too. I like this. Yeah, just the cars going around. It's like a real breathing city, guys. It's like years and years before GTA 3 as well. Although I think the original Grand Theft Auto was out at around this time. I think there's some more, more garbage pails to check out. Oh yeah, that's right. And then there's also the library. And then a couple different buildings downtown. Yeah, there's actually no way we're gonna get through all of this before my supper arrives. Actually, okay, there's a couple things I can show off in the meantime, though. Don't kick us. I don't know. I don't think you can kick pigs, but not in this game. In the sequel, that's actually the fastest way to build up your immorality stat in Mega Man Legends 2 is to kick the pigs repeatedly. You can go for a ride. Damn it. Gonna go for a... Damn you! I'm walking here. Okay, let's see if we can hitch a ride on this one. Son of a bitch. Okay, we need to get them when they're stopped at an intersection. That's how you do it. Oh, I want to get in the back of that flatbed there, too. Oh, we got him! We got him! Okay, oh yeah, that's right. You can move a little bit faster by jumping repeatedly. That's right. Later on, we'll get some speed shoes that'll help us sort of roll around, basically skate around the place. But yeah, until then, actually, the fastest way to move around is to just keep jumping. Oh, come on. Yeah, you can even catch up to the cars by moving that way. Yep, and we're on the back of the truck. I just thought this was the coolest thing back in the day. It's like, yeah, it's like a fully operational city. They've got like traffic and they stop at intersections and you can jump on cars and get hit by cars and it'll actually even fucking kill you if it happens to you enough. I wasted so, just as I'm doing now, I wasted so much time just messing around with the cars as a kid, and I thought it was just the coolest thing. And I'm pretty sure I did actually end up with an accidental death or two as a result. Yeah, this, I don't know, just between like the exploring the ruins and finding how everything's interconnected and digging up items and upgrading weapons, and then on top of that, the story and the characters. This game just blew my mind in so many ways when I first played it back then. It still does in some ways too. Like, it's just, there's so much stuff here. Like, the core is a bit light. Like I said, the kind of the action shooting 3D gameplay doesn't really hold up as well as some of the other bits. But everything else, I think, is just, yeah, top-notch, even to this day. Actually, yeah, there's a... I feel like that's, like, maybe a bit of, I guess, race unrealism, you might call it there. But yeah, that's basically telling you how, yeah, Mega Man's armor will get darker if you do bad things too much. That's actually good advice. Upgrading weapons is really important to getting past some of the trickier parts of the game. Sure, we'll keep reading. I don't know why they're talking as if like these underground ruins are like such a big thing. We learn, or I guess maybe it's a bit of retconning perhaps, but in the sequel we learn that these ruins are littered around pretty much every single island on Earth has like a whole bunch of these ruins. And that's not going to come up in this game in any way whatsoever. Yep. Anytime a book in an RPG tells you that there's an ancient disaster that might come up every 100 years, you can basically just ignore it. It's never going to happen. I feel like my sarcasm didn't kind of fell flat there. Actually, that's a good explanation, I think, for the city walls. Because, yeah, sort of the geometry of the city, or the topography, or what's the phrase? Yeah, I guess the geometry of the city is kind of important, because in these days, like, draw distance was a really important thing. Like, you can't have, like, these massive sprawling maps like you can have in a modern open-world game. You have to keep things kind of restricted. And, even more so on the PlayStation than you could on something like the Nintendo 64. Especially if you're doing like a town type setting with like a bunch of like people and cars going around everywhere. Oh, I didn't even know about this, or I guess I just forgot about it. Yeah, I completely forgot that, yeah, because yeah, I think you do take a little bit of extra damage when you hit the ground. Oh yeah, this whole thing about hold-on machines actually doesn't come into play at any point in the game. In fact, I don't think the term hold-on machines ever occurs anywhere in the series outside of this book right here. I guess it's just like, I don't know, justifying the science fiction-y reasons behind why these refractors are so important. I don't know if I get it either. Okay, so that's the library. Actually, yeah, a decent bit of like information as far as like fleshing out the setting and like foreshadowing what's going to happen later in the game as well. Oh yeah, you can also inspect each of these doors too. You actually get, I think, a few different messages that can occur off of these. Yep, you can get a piece of paper. Actually, I think, yeah, each type of building has like a unique thing. So like, yeah, all of the buildings that look like this will have their own little thing. That one I think is a bit different from the other one. Yep, going to relatives. This one will also be... Oh, this one has voices. Okay, I forgot about this. Kid's into his Frank Sinatra records. Apparently, yeah, this game actually just takes place in, like, our own world here, and that this game is actually, like, a prelude to all of our lives here on Earth. Or I guess it would have to be in the future, actually. This would be our future, because Frank Sinatra already exists in this time period. So yeah, this would have to be, like, the distant future. Our distant future, after the robots take over and then fall into ruins and then get replaced by, like, android human robots that don't know that they're robots or something like that. The plot to this game, or to this whole, like, Mega Man Legends setting, gets ridiculously convoluted when you get into some of the stuff that you find out at the end of the second game. Oh yeah, we got the sewer right here. You can actually go down there, and it's not really anything special. I guess it's a little bit of a shortcut, but yeah, in fact, if you actually check the map... Oh, never mind. The map doesn't reveal a damn thing. And yeah, this is just the ledge that you saw these guys up on the ledge earlier. Guy's stuck down there. I'm not going down there after him, because then I can't get back up. But yeah, just a neat little shortcut down into the ruins. Don't have to walk all the way out through the apple market. That's actually, like, a somewhat handy shortcut later on. It's actually a little bit faster, because the ruins are, like, a bit more tightly constructed a little bit. Like, it actually takes less time to traverse the ruins from one side of the island to the other than it does to actually run through the overworld from one side to the other. Okay. Yeah, this is, I don't know, just strikes me as a weird instance right here. This is the one time in the game where, in the series basically, where we get to talk to Tron as just a regular NPC. I don't know what it is. It's like normally she's like a character in the story who appears in cutscenes and in giant robots that try to smash you and stuff. Yet this is the one point in the game where it's like, or in the series really, where she's just kind of standing there out in the open on the overworld, and you can like pan the camera around and talk to her. And I don't know, this is like the only time in the series where she appears like this, and it just kind of weirds me out for no good reason. I actually think we might get through, we probably won't get as far as, like, the City Hall event, but I think we'll probably get, like, up to a little bit before the bit just before that. I forget what they're called. But yeah, basically the first, like, mission that you go on in the game. We'll probably get up to just before that. Or actually, I just suddenly remembered all of a sudden, that if you like, so it's kind of disappointing that yeah, you can't actually kick people in this game and your feet just go through them, because I don't know, Mega Man's a nice guy and he just, I don't know, turns off the collision detection on his feet whenever he lets one fly too close to someone's head. If you like a very like cool open world game about kicking people and getting into fights, I would recommend Radiata Stories. That is a game all about just talking to random townspeople and kicking them in the shins and getting into fights. It's a really fun, really fun game. It's not a game like this. It's not like an action game. It's a more, or a kind of an action RPG, sort of, but not like, I don't know how to describe it. Kind of Star Ocean-y, where there's like a battle transition and you like get into random battles and go into a battle scene, but the battles themselves are like action based, where you're running around swinging your sword and stuff. Actually, I kind of want to see what these doors to these houses have to say. Who's there? Oh, thought they were going someplace different with that, but yeah, a little bit disappointed. Oh, that just makes me want to break in even more. Oh, and can you imagine, like, a fully open world like Mega Man Legends, like modern day, where I could actually kick down the door and take their stuff? If you want that, if you want something like that, play Misadventures of Tron Bonne. I guess it isn't really open world, that game. It's entirely mission based. Oh, Radiata Stories. I should type that one in. Yeah, it's an RPG for the PlayStation 2. It's really, really cool. It has like kind of a like all of the NPCs are like actual like characters who can be recruited into your party, or not like all of the NPCs, but practically all of them. So it's like the city. It's like the town that you reside in that game is actually like a living, breathing town, as the buzzword goes. And it's like it's a bit like Majora's Mask. All of the NPCs have their own little routines that they go through every day, and their own little subplots and side stories that you can sort of help them resolve. And as you do that, they'll join your party. And one of the things you can do in that game is just anywhere, you can just kick anything. You can kick, and that's one of the ways that you uncover items. That in that game, you'll like kick a pail or a pile of rubbish, and an item will pop out of it, and that's a way to get items. But you can also kick people, and they'll get pissed off of you, and they'll get pissed off and actually fight you if you kick them too many times. I wasted so much time and the NPCs will have different strength levels depending on like how strong of a party member they're supposed to be. So you can end up kicking like some really tough customers and getting your ass kicked, but also just keep trying them over and over again, just to see if you can do it. And I never ended up finishing that game just because I wasted so much goddamn time just like kicking people and getting into fights that I knew I couldn't win, but just trying to win them anyways. And yeah, I couldn't even tell you what else that game was about, but I remember kicking people and getting into fights and thinking that it was just the funniest thing ever. It was a good game besides that as well, though. I believe that was a Tri-Ace one, so it's like the same company or the same team that puts out... Oh, okay, he's not here yet. But yeah, I believe it's by the same team that puts out like Star Ocean and the Valkyrie Profile games. Okay, looks like there's nothing suspicious going on around here. I think more games should have... I guess it's kind of need some more advancements in AI to make this happen, but I wish there were more games that would let you, like, just fuck with random townspeople and get into fights. Like, you can kind of do that in GTA, but they don't really put up much resistance. I guess you can do that in RPGs, I guess, like stuff like Elder Scrolls and those types of games.
Hey,
oh, the music here is so great. I love the City Hall music in this game.
Let me introduce you to the mayor of this island.
It's like one of my favorite
Amelia.
video game tracks of all time, legitimately.
Amelia, nice to meet you. An old friend of Professor Barrels.
Yeah, the
Worked as his assistant
dialogue
for a
is
while.
definitely getting clipped
While
off
I
at
was in school.
at the start of some of these voice clips.
It's a small world, isn't it?
Although some of them
To
aren't.
tell
It's
you the
weird.
truth, we've gotten reports that there are some pirates headed this way. I was asking the professor if he might have any idea what they're after.
I'll bet anything they're after the legendary treasure supposedly buried on this island.
There are a lot of stories about the treasure, but no one knows exactly what it is. I thought maybe you might know something about it, Professor.
I've been in the digging business a long time, but I haven't been able to find out anything about this island's treasure except legends and myths. Look, Mega Man, I'll be here for a while talking with Amelia. So why don't you go back and keep an eye on Roll? Tell her not to worry about me, okay?
But the pirate attack. Like, the pirates are attacking. And they're like terrorists. They're gonna blow up City Hall. You know that's the first thing they're gonna go for, is City Hall. If they're trying to get shit from the town. This is like the least possible... This is the least safe place you can possibly be, I think, at this point. And you know, yeah, she says that, and you might think that'd be some indication that you can break the law, and you actually can later on in the game. You get one crucial decision where you can do something really bad if you want, and that'll turn your armor like all the way into the black and get you like just full immoral scum mode. But that's like one point later on in the game, and that's about it. Okay, so I think we've pretty much checked out everything there is to check out at this point in the game. So yeah, he told us to basically just go back and see roll. Oh!
It's a dog!
That's right, it's a dog. I forgot it's a dog.
What's that all about? What? What did I ever do to you?
Any comment on the situation? Nope. Okay. Right, those, yeah, those. Actually, I wonder. I'm just checking out the stupidest, like, random things when I'm playing through this game, but does this door say anything? Yes, it does. I'm glad. Now I know. I'm glad we did that. Oh, I miss the dash skates so much, though. I can't wait till we get those. Okay, so we'll get to finish things off with the scene with Tron, and then yeah, we will probably call it a night there. Although I will be coming back on after supper. But yeah, that'll be it for Mega Man Legends. Actually, okay, so yeah, so she's stuck up there on the telephone pole or whatever. Or I guess that's a street lamp. I like the way that they incorporate, like the way they do the street lamp. You can clearly see that it's just like 4 flat surfaces just kind of crisscrossed together. It's the same way they do trees as well. But yeah, so let's just ignore her. I think she's fine with that dog. She seems to be holding on all right. This is a manhole. But I wonder if the girl being chased by the dog is all right. Oh yeah, I didn't show it off just because I didn't even think to try, but yeah, there's actually 2 other sections of the city. In fact, I think you can get, yeah, so you can get a full overworld map and get like a lay of the land here. So there's actually 2 other sections to the city, Old City and Uptown, but they're both locked off at this point in the game, so we can't get there just yet. Not until after the stuff that's about to happen here happens. Oh, broken motor. Completely forgot about that. I think that's yeah, a piece of an important item I think we'll need. Mega Man's too nice. Wait, what? what is the right tense of that? Out reconning the area? Whatever, scouting out. It's not reconning, it's scouting out. I believe he was probably trying to say reconnaissance there. Man, I'm so sick of not having the dash skates now. I actually think I am just gonna jump around all over the place now. Yeah, so they won't let us do anything with the dog just yet.
What are you staring at? Not a circus clown or something?
That's actually really bothering me now. All the audio is getting cut off there. So now that you've talked to her, you can talk to the dog. So I don't know if this is true. I've never checked it out for myself, but supposedly I heard somewhere that in the Japanese version, you can save her by kicking the dog, and then he'll just like slink off and be defeated. And you can advance the story that way. Supposedly that was in the Japanese version, and they removed it for the American version. So now all you can do is just, yeah, talk to him after you've talked to her.
Don't you know you can't treat girls that way?
Chauvinist man.
Hold on. Down, boy. Down.
Okay, that apparently did it.
You all right? Um... You just mind your own business!
I suppose this was probably the first tsundere archetype that I ever encountered in like any type of fiction or anime or anything. Of course, yeah, I don't think that the phrase tsundere actually like existed back then. But yeah. That's basically what she is throughout most of these games. Although actually, it's really interesting how she kind of progresses with her feelings towards Mega Man. She's kind of, by the time you get to Mega Man Legends 2, she's kind of just like out in the open with it, to the point where she's like actively just like hitting on him. It's like, oh, Mega Man, you're looking as fine as ever. And she's just like openly hitting on him in front of Roll, and it's kind of hilarious. But yeah, that's only once you get into the sequel, where she has a bit of a lesser role, and it's a bit disappointing. Actually, is my canteen fill? Is my canteen fill? It is, yeah. Canteen is fine. It sounds like food is here, so I'm just gonna kick the can behind the bakery, and yeah, take a break for supper. Did it go in? Fuck. Oh. Yes. That's too bad. Oh yeah, if you do it enough times, it even stops at like giving you the full "put trash in its proper place" message. It just says, "That's too bad." It's a shame that you've decided to become, that you've chosen the path of a litter bug.
Mega Man!
Yeah, so I guess while I'm off for supper, I'm also going to look up to see if there's any way to like fix the audio here, because that, yeah, it's really starting to annoy me the way it keeps getting clipped off here.
I hope you'll be okay. By the way, did you see those weird-looking ships that just flew past here?
Actually, I guess I don't have to do that right away, since we're not playing this when we get back. We're moving on to Genesismus. Not sure what the proper way to pronounce that should be. Is it going to be Genesismus or Genesismus? Because it's like Genesismus, it's like you're pronouncing Genesis correctly, but you kind of don't get the... That was really loud.
What's that noise? Sounds like... Oh no, they're attacking the city!
Pirates are attacking the city? What a shock! Who'd have seen that coming?
I'm going to go make sure he's all right.
What are you gonna do? It's like, oh, pirates, machine guns, explosions. I'd better run over there and do something? Run over there and tell Mega Man to go do something about it. Actually, I can demonstrate right here. So yeah, if you run along just behind her, you'll never catch up. But if you go jumping, yeah, you can actually get ahead of her, or at least up in her grill. Okay, so pirate attack. Nice, epic, dramatic cliffhanger to end this portion of the stream on. That's going to be all for Mega Man Legends today. Although, yeah, we're definitely going to pick this back up coming in the new year, and sort of alternate this with our Chrono Trigger alternate endings. But for now, yeah, I'm going to go for supper, and then we're going to come back and we're going to play some Sega Genesis games, because that's what we do on this very festive Genesismas occasion right here. And yeah, I'm just going to shut down. I'm just going to go offline entirely. I'll be back in like an hour or two at the most. And yeah, that's how it's going to be. I'll see you guys later.